Hello everyone, Steve here for Who Took My Dice, and we're here to say farewell to a true Astartes legend. So, as we've all seen by now, Games Workshop is getting rid of a ton of old kits. Lots of Forge World stuff is going away. They're re-releasing a bunch of the old Space Marine hero units for a limited time. But the big news is that, at least so far, 3 big Space Marine kits are going away. The Terminators, obviously, we're getting new Terminators. The old Stern Guard models, again, obviously, we're getting new Stern Guard. And, of course, the Dreadnought. Now, the one they show specifically is the Dreadnought armed with the twin-link las cannons and the missile launchers, because we're getting new Ballistus Dreadnought. This kit has been around since 3rd edition. It's one I've loved too. It came with the las cannons, missile launchers, the Dreadnought close combat weapon, and of course the assault cannon. So we're going to take a look at mine as we start reminisce about some of the cool stories. So here we go. This is without a doubt one of my favorite kits of all time. The old school twin leg las cannons, the missile launcher, the old school chassis, the whole thing. This was the Dreadnought for forever, up until 8th edition. We start getting the new Dreadnoughts, and then we have 3 new ones. I've had this in many battles. It's destroyed many a tank, wounded many a beast. Again, this is one I painted up to go along with my first company, Tyrannic War Veterans, hence the white, and I did a little bit of scripture there, right? Obviously, it's a very important unit. It is sad to see it go, but at the same time, I understand. We have the new Ballistus Dreadnought on a actual scale, business scale. Games Workshop does have to put out new models to generate new income and all that good stuff. But in game terms, I get it. It's time to retire an old kit. And the Ballistus Dreadnought does seem to do the job. This did even better. Obviously, we don't know exactly what the stat lines for this Dreadnought are. We'll see that in the fullness of time. Like I said, I'm sad to see it go. Do I think that the data slate will stay on the new codex? I think so. I don't think they're going to get rid of it entirely. It will still be there. And they've said that while these kits are disappearing, other kits are staying around. They said that, the tactical squad is staying, and that you can build an entire army without seeing no Primaris. Not sure if that means the Dreadnoughts, but it would be cool to see this stay around. Hopefully it does. The book is getting rather full now, though, so perhaps the time has come for this Dreadnought to be retired entirely. We're getting, of course, the new Dreadnought. The Terminators will be replacing the current Terminators. The Stern Guard, the new Stern Guard, replacing the current Stern Guard. The Terminator Captain, obviously, replacing the old model for that. However, we are getting, a new Apothecary. We're getting another Lieutenant, this one with a combi weapon, and of course another troop choice in the Infernus squad. So the book is getting pretty full, so maybe it's time to start retiring things. I would hope not, because I have seen a lot of armies with these Dreadnoughts. Some of the people who've done full Dreadnought armies still include specifically this build right here, because it does offer a lot of tactical viability. You do have the twin-link las cannons, you do have the missile launchers, you can take on bigger units with the crack missiles and the las cannon, and you can also take on infantry units with the frag missiles. I'm assuming it's going to have a good chunk of attacks. But yes, I think it's time to take a moment of silence and at least, in terms of actually getting the kit, say farewell to this vaunted hero of the Adeptus Astartes, and at the same time be happy for what the future will bring. I can't wait to actually get my hands on the new codex, the new rules. Obviously, with the free rules and the data slates, I can't wait to see what Space Marines are going to get. But at the same time, sad for what we're having to give up. There you have it, guys. I just want to take time to bid my fond farewell to these units, specifically the Dreadnought. I've never been big on the Terminators, and I've used my Tyrannic War Veterans as Stern Guard. And while they're back for, what, a week now, in the time of the video comes out, there's like the middle of that week that they're coming back. I don't hold high hopes for them returning into the new codex either, but we'll see what happens. But let me know down below, what is your fondest memory of some of the units that are either being replaced or disappearing entirely? Even the Forge World stuff, I know sadly some of those will no longer be made. I have a feeling those will stay around as legends. There was a lot of talk about that. So maybe this will be a unit as a legend from now on. Who knows? But as always, guys, thank you very much for watching. It's much appreciated. Really grateful for everybody who watches. And as always, keep rolling those dice. We'll see you later. Bye.